Alright guys, you voted on Instagram and you asked for a lower ab workout. So this is going to be 11-minute lower abs. All the moves are going to be focused to that area. So hang through. We're going to go through 3 rounds of 6 exercises. And it's going to go by really quick. It's going to be great. I'm going to show you each move first and then we're going to start. So what we will be doing first is seated circles. So your arms are going to be supporting you behind you. Your legs are going to start in. We're going to go out, up, in, out, up, in. So if you did them really fluidly, they'd look like maybe more of an oval than a circle, but that's the basic idea. Maybe the name isn't as great as it could be. So knees start in, you're going to go out right above the ground, up, in, out, up, in. So these are also going to hit you in the quads and hip flexors, so beware of that. Next one is going to be heel taps. So we're going to lay back on your mat. Hopefully your bun doesn't get in the back of your head. Knees are going to go up. They're staying at 90 degrees. Lower back is pressed to the floor. You don't want it arching up. And so your knees are going to stay at 90. All the movement's coming from your hips. So you're going to lower, 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 tap, and bring them back up. So you're pressing that lower back down so that it's not arching and tapping the ground and coming back up. So just like that, that's our heel taps. Next, I believe we're going to turn around for forearm pikes. Yep, that is what I have written down for next. So you're going to be in a forearm plank and we're going to pike in that position rather than in a full plank. So your feet go back and you are going to hop into a tiny little V. So pop up and back, up and back. Really using those lower abs to help lift your butt up towards the ceiling. If that is just impossible for you right now, then you can get up into a full plank and do your pikes here. But same concept, you're really using your lower abs to lift up. That will just be a little bit easier if you're not quite to that range of motion yet in a forearm plank. So after that, we're going to flip back around and we're going to do wide leg raises. So I may have to turn from my wall a little bit. What you're going to do, legs are going to be up. One is going to go down and to the side, down and to the side. So it's not going straight out in front of you. You're kind of just going off to the angle a little bit, coming back, off to an angle, almost like if you are just lowering your legs down into a V. That's about where they will be hitting. So whatever's comfortable for you there. You don't need to be way out and hearing your hip pop in and out of the socket the whole time. That's not ideal. After that, we are going to do knee tap planks. So you're going to flip back into a forearm plank right here. And your knees are going to lower to the mat and come up. So you're really attempting to keep everything in place except for your legs. So you don't want your butt moving up and down with your legs. You want from butt to shoulder, everything to stay nice and still. So you get into that forearm plank and then let the knees bend and lift. So you should feel your lower abs and really everywhere in that one having to engage to keep your core steady and still. And then the last thing we're going to do is inches, or inch ins. So what we're going to do, we're going to still be in that forearm plank. So your upper body's going to get maybe nice and a little bit tired there for double, but you're going to be your forearm plank. We're going to be inching in and we're going to pop out. So we're going to inch and hop. So inching in till you're really upside down or in that really tall V and pop back. So inch, 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 teeny tiny steps, and then use your lower abs to help pop your legs back, lift and pop. So an alternative to that would be inching in and walking back. So you could inch in, and then take little steps on the way back if you're not comfortable with the popping. So those are our exercises. We are going to go through them 3 times each. I'm going to hope that my mat does not continuously shift to the wall, so I'm not hitting myself on the wall the whole time. But we're going to start. It's going to be great. It's going to be quick and fun, hopefully. So here we go, guys. We're starting with those seated circles. We're going through everything 3 times. Should take us about 11 minutes. All right, 11 minutes and 10 seconds to be exact, I see on my stopwatch. So starting with seated circles, everybody. Ready? I'm gonna move this so I can see it. Knees in. So out, up, in. Out, up, in. So keeping your, don't let your heels slide on the floor, but you're keeping your belly button pulled in, everything nice and engaged, and your arms are back there to support you. And you're just doing your legs. Doing your legs in circles or ovals, whatever. And last one. And we are going to lay down for heel taps. So we don't have long breaks, and go. So lower back is pressed to the floor. Remember that. Pressed to the floor. You don't want to have it straining during these exercises. That is not good. Not comfortable either. So just tapping. Knees are staying around 90 degrees. It's not a knee extension. That's not what's that's not what's happening here. You're not extending your leg at the knee like that. All right. A few more seconds left. Oh no, we're resting. All right, so we're gonna hop into those forearm pikes. Ready? And you're piking in and out. So nice and quick, but only as quick as you can stay in control here. Really use those lower abs to help lift your butt, and then to help stabilize when you're back in plank for a second. Almost done, last 10 seconds. After this, you're flipping back around for those wide leg raises. Last one, and flip. All right, so we have our little 7-second transition here. Nice and long break. So legs up, and you're gonna lower and lift. So side to side. Again, you don't want your lower back arching here. You want to keep it pressed. You're just lowering, like you're lowering your legs into a V rather than straight out to the ground. So it's not really too wide, but just a little bit wider than you normally would. And last one, and up. All right, so we're gonna flip back for those knee taps. So get in your forearm plank and go. So do your best to keep your torso, your hips, your butt all very nice and still and in place while just letting your knees tap. So just tap the knees down. They don't have to really hit the ground. You definitely don't want them hitting the ground hard if you are letting them hit the ground. But you want a nice little bend and straighten in the legs. And done. All right. So we are going to inch and hop now. So let your shoulders kind of rest from being in a plank. So you're really gonna, all right, we're gonna go. So inch in, and pop back. So you're either gonna be inching and hopping back, or you're gonna be doing regulars, inch ins, where you inch in and then inch back out. So whatever you'd rather do, whatever works for you. Just keep engaging those lower abs. And last one, and rest. All right, so that's one round. We're going for round 2. So we're back to those seated circles. And go. So in, out, up. For whatever reason, it feels like a wave to me. In, out, up. Keep your belly button pulling to your spine, nice and engaged. Feel it in your quads. I can feel mine kind of shaking. I did some lower body work today, and they're a little bit tired. And last one. All right, so we're gonna lay down for heel taps. Next, make sure I can see this. Knees up, and go. So keeping your back grounded. You don't want to be arching. You don't want to put any stress there that doesn't need to be there. So just keep on keeping on, tapping your heels. No movement at the knees. And just keep tapping away. You're only going to do this one more time. We're already in that second round out of 3. And we're going to rest. So now we're going to flip back around for forearm pikes. keep moving my phone. And go. So piking in and out. Really making sure to use your lower abs to pull up to the sky or the ceiling. Whatever you're doing. I was gonna do this outside, but there was tons of loud lawnmowers and leaf blowers. All right, last one, and break. So we're going back for that wide or V leg raise. Legs up and lower and raise. So again, keeping that lower back down, not letting it strain and arch. You want to be kind to your lower back. All right, just a few more of these, and then we are switching to the next interval in 6 seconds. All right, and last one, and up, because we are flipping back around, I believe. Yep, for knee tap plank. And ready, and go. So keep everything nice and still, nice and engaged, and just let those knees bend and straighten. Really feeling your lower abs engage to keep your body nice and in line. Head pulls forward. You want to be in a beautiful plank. Last one, and done. Okay, so we're going to do those inches, inch and hops or inch-ins, whichever. Ready? And inch those feet up, and pop back. Teeny tiny steps. Legs are pretty straight when they're inching in. And then you get a little knee bend when you pop back out. But really make sure to engage your abs throughout this exercise. And all of these, the more you focus on actually using them, the more you will use them. The last one, and rest. All right, so that was the last of round 2. We are on to round 3. Back to those seated circles. Ready? Oh my goodness, my mat. And out, up, in. I cannot, for whatever reason, keep my mat in a straight line. It is forever going towards my wall. I don't know why. So keep your abs engaged here. Pulling that belly button in. Keep moving for these last 3 seconds. You're almost done. And that is it. So get ready for heel taps. I'm gonna try and shift my mat. Ready? And go. So heels tap down and come in. All right. We're almost done. We're in that last round. Always a lovely, lovely thing to be in. Keeping those knees locked. Not locked, but keeping them stuck at 90 degrees. You don't want to be tense in any way. But you're using your lower abs. All right, that went really fast. So we're flipping around for forearm pikes. So flip, ready, and go. So piking in, really engaging your abs, using them to help pop you up into that V and to help stabilize you in your plank when you're down. So focus on pulling them in, using them. Last few seconds, and rest. All right, so wide leg raises are next. We're almost done here. And legs up, and lower one, lower the other. So again, that back is not arching. You really have to work on engaging your abs, pressing your back down to the mat so that you don't arch in these exercises. Working on your back strength and stabilization will help your abs be strong as well. All right, so we're flipping back around into our knee tap plank, and go. So abs engaged, pretty plank here, and then you're just dipping your knees and straightening your legs back to starting. Pulling that belly button to the spine, head pulls forward, pelvis tilts forward toward your face a little bit, and just be nice and engaged in your plank. You're almost done. And up. All right. And now we are into the inch and hop, or the inch ins. And that's it. So ready? Let's inch. Little tiny steps. You're really using those lower abs to help pull your butt to the sky. Rather than bending your knees, you want to pull your butt up and be in an upside down V. And then hopping back. You're almost done here. This is our last interval. This is it. The bitter end. And rest. All right, so that went by very quickly for me. I hope it did for you as well. That is our requested lower ab workout for today. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll come back and use it again. Yeah. Check out my Instagram as well. I usually ask people there what they want to see here. I'll have to start asking you guys as well. So I hope you had a great time with this workout, and I will see you next time.